Have you ever wondered why someone ignored you? It may be an annoying and perplexing experience, particularly if you are unsure of what caused their abrupt behavior shift. Although it's customary to view ignoring someone as impolite and insulting, Sigma males have other motivations. They can ignore your calls, not reply to your messages, or perhaps just give you the cold shoulder in person. These 10 reasons reveal why Sigma males ignore you. Number 1. You constantly ask for favors but never return one. It may seem as though you are being taken advantage of when someone only contacts you when they are in need. Asking for help once in a while is one thing, but if it becomes a habit and you never give it back, anybody might feel taken advantage of. Although Sigma males are giving and eager to help others, they also want compassion to be reciprocated. Regularly asking for favors turns you into a taker rather than a giver, which might lead to Sigma males doubting your motivations. If they sense that anything is wrong, they could decide to ignore you, either because they've been burnt before or they just don't want to be taken advantage of. They have an acute sense of intuition and can tell when someone is abusing it, therefore they don't need proof to support their fears. When they discover your actual motivations, they can decide to ignore you rather than confront you about it. It's not enjoyable for anyone if you don't play fairly. The goal of Sigma males is to find mates who can throw the ball back and make the game fun for all players. Number 2. Your actions don't match your words. It may be incredibly confusing and unpleasant when people say one thing and do another. People find it difficult to trust you when you make commitments or vow to do something, but end up doing something else entirely. Sigma male can begin to believe you are unworthy of their attention if they can't trust what you say. They won't take you seriously if your actions don't match your words, regardless of how persuasive you are when you speak or make commitments. They start to doubt your morality as a result, and they could decide to cut ties with you. The uncertainty and disappointment that arise from anticipating one thing and receiving another is something they would prefer not to cope with. A significant discrepancy between your actions and words suggests that you may not be a trustworthy person. Rather than reaching out to you or attempting to resolve issues, they may decide to simply ignore you. Number 3. You talk behind their backs. You can be sure you will lose their trust if you gossip or speak poorly of these men when they are not around. They will immediately cut off contact with you if they discover that you have been talking about them, especially if it is untrue or unpleasant information. They seek for companions who are kind and truthful, both in public and behind their backs. They frequently follow their intuition. They won't spend any more time with you if they think you're not being a loyal friend. It's more about not wanting to deal with fake things than it is about being angry or seeking revenge. They hold the belief that everyone deserves respect, and they anticipate receiving it in return. Speaking behind someone's back is treachery and the antithesis of respect. Their reaction, to shield themselves from criticism, is to ignore you when they detect this betrayal. It is simpler for them to get out of the situation completely than to deal with the problem head-on, since they don't like drama or controversy. You'll quickly find yourself alone if you speak well about them while they're around and poorly when they're not. Number 4. You constantly pass criticism on other people. Criticism incessantly employed has the potential to drive people away. Imagine always hearing about your mistakes but never about your successes. Anyone, even Sigma males, may become angry or disheartened by this. Critiquing someone excessively is akin to expressing dissatisfaction with them regardless of their actions. They may feel uncomfortable with you and wish to stay away from you as a result of this. If your comments make people feel attacked and condemned rather than nice or helpful, they may stop listening to you. Everyone prefers to feel understood and valued rather than harassed all the time. Finding positive things to say and gently guiding them toward improvement is preferable. They appreciate your company and listen to you more as a result. On the other hand, constant criticism causes Sigma males to decide to spend their time away from this negativity. They do not fear useful criticism, but there is a great difference between being helpful and merely pointing out flaws in other people all the time. They don't like being around people who just have bad things to say, but they can take constructive criticism. Number 5. They just don't like you. Sometimes relationships just don't work out. It can just be a case of poor chemistry or a lack of shared interests rather than anything you said or did. This is a common occurrence and not abnormal at all. These people are selective about the people they spend time with. If there's no genuine connection, they may choose to keep their distance. Everybody has unique preferences, passions, and personalities, and occasionally those things don't mesh. It's not necessarily a reflection of your character or value to not be loved by someone. Sometimes that's just the way things work out. They have the freedom to pick who they want to be around, just as you might not love everyone's company. It's just the way relationships start and end. It's nothing personal. Number 6, you talk too much nonsense. A good discussion is usually enjoyed by everybody. However, it may get boring when someone talks nonstop without adding anything significant to the topic. Here's one reason why you could start getting ignored by Sigma males. Your remarks may be difficult for them to listen to if they frequently lack substance or meaning. They may believe that conversing with you is a laborious and unsatisfactory effort. These are reserved, silent males who like meaningful, in-depth discussions. They like picking up new knowledge and comprehending different points of view. They don't want to talk about unimportant topics like the weather or gossip about famous people. To save time and energy, people may opt to ignore you or tune you out if you talk rubbish all the time. They may also start to doubt your intelligence and capacity for critical thought if you speak endlessly without getting to the topic. Even while it's a necessary component of social contact, small chat shouldn't be your sole contribution. If you sound monotonous or if you talk only for the sake of hearing your voice, Sigma males will rapidly become bored with you. In interactions, they seek depth and substance rather than meaningless words. Number 7, you're desperate for attention. People are frequently turned off by attention-seeking behavior, especially those who would rather blend in and maintain a low profile. The constant need to be the center of attention might irritate and make Sigma males ignore others who constantly try to do so. They dislike being seen and scrutinized, and they most definitely dislike being around someone who constantly demands their attention. Loud, ostentatious, or just showy actions may be taken by those who are always looking for attention from others. They go above and above to make themselves known since that is their desire. This kind of behavior does not impress Sigma males. In fact, it may cause them to completely ignore them. You may be uncomfortable with who you are and that you need approval from others if you are always trying to get attention. Rather than acting out of desire, your actions are dictated by the opinions of others. Although it's common to crave attention occasionally, persistently pursuing it might drive others away. Number 8, all they need is a little alone time. These males occasionally may choose to disregard others out of a craving for alone time. Everyone has moments when they want to take a step back and enjoy some quiet, but especially those who cherish their privacy and need time for reflection or rest. They may refuel and declutter their minds while they are by themselves. If a Sigma male is staying away from you, it might not be due to anything you've done wrong. Instead, he might be going through a phase where he wants to spend time alone himself. It's similar to taking a little vacation from the clamor and expectations of social situations. It's important to give yourself mental and emotional space during this alone time in addition to physical alone. It gives individuals the opportunity to think clearly and contemplate their feelings, ideas, and life's path. It's natural to experience alone to keep a healthy and balanced thinking. It only means they need a moment to collect themselves and take a breather. It doesn't indicate they dislike you or are antisocial. Number 9, you don't inspire trust. Have you ever experienced negative feelings against someone? Something feels off, but you can't quite put your finger on it. Trust is particularly essential to Sigma males, and they pay close attention to these emotions. They have no incentive to keep you close if they don't think they can trust you. This might happen if you have deceived them, broken your word, or behaved in a way that causes them to doubt your sincerity. They feel uneasy when you constantly shifting because they can't know who you truly are. They like being aware of their social standing. They could decide not to work with you at all if they can't resolve that with you. Sigma males are not naturally mean. They simply don't want to waste their time on people who might not be sincere with them. They seek companions who provide them with a sense of security and well-being. If that's not you, they may not communicate with you very much since, to them, having no trust equates to having no time together. Alone is preferable to an unsatisfactory company. Number 10. You're very arrogant and self-centered. Overly arrogant and self-centered people frequently believe they are the most significant person in any given circumstance. They could assume they are better than others, constantly put themselves first, and only discuss their hobbies and successes. Excessive self-centeredness makes it difficult for others to relate to someone. A true discussion is one in which neither party can fully enjoy themselves. Even though Sigma males spend more time observing and listening than conversing, they don't waste it with such others. Everyone enjoys giving and receiving praise, but when one person rules every discussion or circumstance, others feel ignored or inconsequential. Many people find arrogance offensive because it conveys the idea that one is superior to others, especially those who value equality and respect for everyone. The same thing may happen if you act selfishly and just consider your interests. Enjoying this content? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos. And while you're at it, why not check out the next video on your screen for more engaging content?